What's up, guys? Welcome to your 143rd Android tutorial for the new Boston. What we're going to do in this tutorial, we're basically going to set up this location manager to get the last known location of basically our towers in reference to triangulating in those towers. So the first thing we need to do is set up a criteria, and we're going to just call this C or crit maybe. And we're just going to set this equal to new criteria, just kind of the standard default criteria, and then we're going to just import that. And now what we're going to do is we're going to set up this string called towers based off kind of our location manager and the criteria, what kind of criteria we're looking for. So what we're going to do is say towers. We're going to set this equal to our location manager called LM, and then we're going to say dot get best provider, and as you can see it takes a criteria and also a boolean value. So we're going to set the criteria to crit and enabled only to false. And as you guys can see, if we hover over, basically what this method is doing is returning the name or the provider that best fits the given criteria. So we're basically getting the best the best reception, or whatever you guys want to think of that as. And also we can kind of use different things like power requirement, speed, accuracy, altitude, some of the things that we can check for. But again, we're just basically getting the best provider given our criteria. And since our criteria is just kind of a default criteria, it's going to kind of give us the default best provider for this application. Since we're just kind of getting a location, we don't really need to specify our criteria that much. And now what we're going to do is we're going to set up a location. We're going to call this location L, or location maybe like this. And then we're going to set this equal to, again, our location manager. And then we're going to use a method called get last known location, and it takes a string. So that's why we set up this string called towers, because that's what we're going to refer to. And again, all we're doing is the towers is getting the best criteria, and then we're going to try and access a location through the location manager, getting the last known location called towers. And then what we're going to do is, as long as our location is not equal to be null, as long as we got some sort of location, that's where we're going to set up basically what we have here. So we're going to say if location is not null, then we're going to set up our int value. Again, we can cut this. Actually, we're just going to say lat is equal to, and then we're going to cast it in as an int, because this isn't going to return an int value. And what we're going to do is we're going to say location dot get latitude. And we're also going to say longi is equal to, again, casting in an int, and again our location dot get longitude. So that's just going to return our latitude and longitude values. It's giving us an error because we defined those variables down here. What we're going to actually do is cut these and paste them above our class. I know I kind of jump around when I do these tutorials, so sorry if you guys get kind of lost sometimes. But again, make sure you define these variables lat and long above our class so we can refer to them later, such as right here. Now that's going to get our lat and long, and then what we're going to do is we're going to do our geopoint and basically add our overlay to our list within, again, this if statement. So we're just going to print, and we're good to go. Else we can just make a text or something. We're just going to say toast dot make text context main dot this, or base context, get base context, whatever you guys want to type. We're going to say couldn't get provider. And duration toast dot length short, and then we're just going to say dot show. So we don't even set up a toast variable, we're just going to again show it and create it. So there we go. We kind of have that working. But the problem that we may be having is, again, this is all created within the onCreate method. So, it might not work. But that we're going to finish up this, this whole Google Maps stuff in the next tutorial, where we're going to use some of those methods that we implemented and get everything working right. So I'll catch you guys then, and have a good one.